Welcome back to Rutgers Training Camp. Here with Brian Dohn, 24/7 Sports, Bobby Deren, ScarletNation.com. We're here to talk about Rutgers football, and we're here to talk about the strengths of this team. It's been an upgrade, Brian. It's been a work in progress, but you're seeing, baby steps, working back, getting to respectability.
4 to 5 year rebuilds.
4 to 5. We're in year 3, so there's reason for optimism, and we're going to highlight some strengths of the team. Brian, for me, it's got to be the secondary. I mean, watching Blisson Austin come back, he looks ahead of schedule. He has said it, but I've always been skeptical about guys coming back from ACLs, and there's usually rust. He looks really good in camp. Isaiah Wharton also is doing a very good job. Trey Avery you have there. I think Saquon Hampton could be primed for a big year. The other safeties, a little question mark. Can Kai Hester return to form that he showed before? How will Damon Hayes transition? But I think there's enough talent there to really call that the strength of the team, not just the defense.
The thing is, you rattled off a lot of names, and then you finally got to Damon Hayes, which is a good thing when you're talking about a guy who's played a lot his first couple of years on campus. Now that you move to safety, there's depth there,
yes,
and there's quality depth. I mean, Blisson Austin, we said it last year at this time when he got hurt, that it was going to help them be a better secondary. He's one of those guys that's so good, or should be so good, that you can roll coverages the other way just because of what he can do one-on-one. And look, he's going to be an NFL kid. Before he got hurt, NFL scouts were telling me at worst he was going to be a third-round draft pick, great size, speed. So yeah, it's a really good situation in the secondary, and they're going to push each other. And then you talk about a couple of the freshmen from New York City. Man, everybody I talk to who's been at practice, watched practice, talks about how they have a lot of talent in the secondary. And given what they like to do defensively, they meaning Chris Ash and Jay Neiman, man on the edge, and you don't have a lot of safety help. This is what you're kind of building toward, and it takes some time to be able to do that.
And it can take some of the pressure off the defensive line too, the pass rush. You're going to have a couple more seconds to get to the quarterback because you're going to have that coverage. Obvious strength, it's been well documented, the secondary. How about you? What's your strength of this team outside that secondary?
Outside of secondary, I've looked at it, and you can say quarterback because I think they're better with Sikowski and Jonathan Lewis. I think there's more depth. I think Lewis is more ready to play. You got to remember what kind of situation he was put in last year. Get into training camp, true freshman, try to learn everything. Sikowski has at least had spring ball, but I'm not going there. I'm going with a different spot. And I'm going, we had somebody back there, we could pan right up there to the coach's box for Rutgers, and the guy who's going to be calling the plays, John McNulty, and we'll see if he's on the field or up in the box, but metaphorically, if he's in the box, that's where it would be, because this is what he was brought in for. Look, Drew Meringer, to me, got a raw deal on things because he didn't have any talent, and they didn't change it. His big flaw was he should have went from the hurry up to slow down to help his offense. To help his defense. Jerry Kill, there were a lot of health issues last year that a lot of people don't know about, and will, throughout the season, and we'll respect that. And let's just say that it was a very difficult season on the offensive side of the ball. McNulty was brought in to run a good offense. He has a track record of running a good offense. He has immediate credibility. He has a cachet to him and a confidence. He knows how to call plays. He has, if something doesn't work, he's got a lot of people he can call on the NFL side and the college side to help him out. He's got a competent tight end group. He's got talent in the quarterback room. You'd like him to have better receivers, just as far as in small space, but they do have some threats who can stretch the field and some guys who can catch the ball. Running backs, I'm curious with Pacheco, and they do have some talent there, and so it's up to McNulty. And I'm not saying they're going to score 50 a game, but this should be a much better offense.